world of glittering wealth, one woman's innocent love hides a deadly shadow. Jealousy whispers, betrayal strikes, but from the ruins, true strength rises. In the golden haze of late autumn, Eldridge Manor rose like a crown atop the gentle hills of the English countryside. Its ivy-clad stone walls, towering chimneys, and sprawling gardens spoke of centuries of quiet power. Here lived Amelia Harrington, 25, the only child of Victor Harrington, a self-made shipping magnate whose empire spanned oceans and whose name commanded boardrooms from London to Singapore. Amelia moved through life with an effortless grace that others mistook for entitlement. She was not arrogant, she was simply unaware of how rare her world was. Mornings found her in the sun-drenched conservatory, sketching wildflowers or reading poetry while sunlight danced across marble floors. Afternoons were for charity meetings or long rides on her mare Luna through lanes lined with ancient oaks. Evenings brought galas where champagne flowed and laughter echoed off crystal chandeliers. Yet beneath the silk and sparkle, a quiet restlessness stirred in her heart. She longed for something authentic, something money could not buy. Victor adored her beyond reason. "My princess," he would say, pressing a kiss to her forehead each morning. That particular crisp October day, as mist still clung to the lawns, he joined her at breakfast. "You look thoughtful, darling," he observed, unfolding the Financial Times. Amelia smiled faintly, stirring honey into her tea. "I sometimes wonder if all this is enough. The dresses, the parties, they're beautiful, but they feel hollow." Victor set the paper aside and slid his platinum card across the polished table. "Then fill the hollow places. Buy a new wardrobe for Paris Fashion Week. Commission a private jet interior. Whatever makes my girl happy." She laughed softly and tucked the card away. "You spoil me, father." In the shadowed corridor beyond the breakfast room stood Clara Voss, the housemaid who had served the Harringtons for 11 years. At 32, Clara still wore the same crisp black uniform she had donned at 21. Her hands, once soft, were now rough from years of silver polish and scalding water. She listened to every word, every laugh, every casual mention of fortunes spent in a single afternoon. Inside her chest burned a slow, corrosive fire. "Why her?" Clara asked the darkness each night as she lay in the narrow attic room above the kitchens. "Why does she get silk sheets while I mend holes in mine? Why does the world bend for her while it breaks my back?" Clara had not always been consumed by envy. When she first arrived, young, eager, grateful for steady employment, she had admired Amelia's kindness. But admiration curdled over time. Small slights accumulated, a forgotten thank you, a gown left crumpled on the floor for Clara to retrieve, a casual remark about the help at a dinner party. Each one added fuel. One evening, after Amelia had left for a charity ball in a gown worth more than Clara earned in 3 years, the maid slipped into the master study. She opened the safe, Victor's combination had long ago been overheard, and counted the stacks of cash kept for household emergencies. She took only a few £100 at first, enough for new shoes, a decent coat, a bottle of wine that didn't taste like regret. The theft became ritual. Each withdrawal fed her dream. One day she would walk out those iron gates forever, wealthy and untouchable. It was during one of her rare days off, 2 years earlier, that Clara met Marcus Kane in a crowded East London pub. He was handsome in a disheveled way, dark curls falling over sharp cheekbones, eyes the color of storm clouds. He bought her a drink, listened to her grievances, and smiled the smile of someone who understood hunger. They became lovers quickly. More importantly, they became conspirators. "You deserve better," Marcus told her one night in his cramped studio flat. "We both do." Clara traced the line of his jaw. "There's a way. She's falling in love with the idea of someone poor, someone real. If we give her that illusion—" Marcus's lips curved. "I play the starving artist. You feed me details, her favorite books, her fears, her dreams. She opens her heart and her wallet." The plan took shape slowly, meticulously. Their first chance meeting occurred at a small gallery cafe Amelia frequented. Marcus sat sketching at a corner table, charcoal smudged on his fingers. When Amelia dropped her scarf, he retrieved it with a shy smile. "You have an artist's eye," she said, noticing his sketchbook. "Only when inspired," he replied. By the end of the afternoon, they were laughing over coffee. By the end of the week, they were texting daily. By the end of the month, Amelia believed she had found the one person who saw her soul instead of her surname. Marcus played his role flawlessly. He spoke of late-night ramen dinners, of selling paintings to pay rent, of dreams bigger than his bank account. Amelia listened, enraptured. "You don't understand how refreshing this is," she confessed one evening as they walked along the Thames. "Everyone else wants something from me. You just want me." He pulled her close. "I'd walk through fire for you, Amelia. I have nothing to offer but myself." She believed him. Meanwhile, Clara continued her quiet campaign inside the manor. Small sums vanished from petty cash. A valuable brooch disappeared from Amelia's jewelry box, later pawned for quick money. Anonymous notes arrived on Victor's desk, hinting at suspicious spending patterns. Seeds of doubt took root. As winter approached, Marcus escalated the performance. At a candlelit seaside restaurant, the bill arrived, £380. Marcus stared at it, color draining from his face. "Amelia, I'm so sorry. I thought I could cover it this time. I've been saving, but—" She placed her hand over his. "Don't, please." She handed her card to the waiter without hesitation. "What's mine is yours, always." Later, under a blanket of stars on the beach, she whispered, "I would give up the manor, the money, everything to live in your little flat with you, to wake up every morning knowing I'm loved for who I am." Marcus held her tightly, hiding the triumph in his eyes. "You really mean that?" "With every beat of my heart." That night, he met Clara in their usual shadowed tavern. "She's ready to marry me tomorrow if I ask," he said, counting another envelope of pilfered cash. "She'd die for me." Clara's laugh was sharp and cold. "Then propose, make it unforgettable. Once the ring is on her finger, we move faster. Victor's heart condition is worsening. A little pressure, a little poison in his evening scotch, and the will changes overnight. Amelia becomes a tragic young widow. We inherit everything." Jealousy twisted Clara's features into something almost unrecognizable. She's had the world on a silver platter. Now she'll learn what it feels like to have nothing. The engagement was announced at Christmas. Marcus proposed beneath a canopy of white roses in the manor's winter garden, snowflakes drifting around them like confetti. Amelia wept with joy. Victor, though uneasy about Marcus's background, could deny his daughter nothing. Wedding preparations filled the house with florists, tailors, and orchestras. Clara watched it all with glittering eyes, continuing her thefts, planting more rumors among the staff. Then came the night of the engagement ball. Crystal flutes clinked, string quartets played. Amelia, radiant in ivory silk, danced with Marcus under chandeliers that cost more than most people's homes. Late in the evening, she slipped away to the library to catch her breath. Through the half-open door, she heard voices, low, intimate, conspiratorial. After the vows, we start with Victor, Clara was saying. Slow arsenic in his nightcap. Heart failure looks natural at his age. Then Amelia, an overdose perhaps. Grief-stricken bride can't bear the loss. The estate passes to the grieving husband. We disappear. New names, new country, new life. Marcus chuckled. She actually believes I love her. It's almost pathetic. Amelia's hand flew to her mouth. The room tilted. She pushed the door open. Both turned, frozen. How could you? Her voice cracked like thin ice. Marcus, I trusted you with my soul. Clara, I treated you like family. Marcus's face hardened into something cruel. Love, this was business, Amelia. You were born on third base and thought you hit a triple. Clara stepped forward, venom in every word. You've never known hunger, never known what it's like to watch someone else live the life you were meant for. Now it's my turn. Amelia's knees buckled, but she forced herself upright. You won't win. She ran. She found Victor in his study, told him everything in broken sentences between sobs. Within the hour, private security had the manor sealed. Police arrived before dawn. Marcus and Clara were arrested in separate wings, him still wearing his tuxedo, her still in her maid's uniform. Evidence poured in. Bank records, pawn tickets, text messages, the small vial of poison hidden in Clara's room. In the months that followed, Amelia sold most of Eldridge Manor. The proceeds funded scholarships, women's shelters, and programs for domestic workers seeking better lives. She moved to a modest cottage near the coast, where the sea whispered truths the manor never could. She never married again. Not because she stopped believing in love, but because she learned its shadow. Wealth could blind. Envy could corrupt. Trust could be weaponized. Yet in the quiet of her new life, she found something rarer than diamonds: resilience, and the slow, steady bloom of a heart that had been broken and refused to stay broken. She walked barefoot along the shore some mornings, remembering a man who once offered his shoes. She smiled now, not with innocence, but with wisdom. And somewhere in the echo of waves, she heard the lesson carved deep. Love is not possession. Wealth is not security. And jealousy is the thief that steals both.